So for the past 2 years, this small but cozy apartment has been my safe space. It is where I learned how to cook my first meal, did countless of room makeovers, and also spent a lot of quiet evenings figuring out life little by little. But lately, I've been feeling that gentle pull that maybe it's time to finally begin a new chapter of my life. And after deep and careful consideration, I've decided that maybe it's time to go around the city and maybe search for a new place we can call home. So before we start, I would like to list down my non-negotiables when looking for an apartment or condo. So number one is that it's near my university. So since I'm still a college student, it is a must that my place is just a couple of minutes away from my university. Second is that visitors and sleepover is allowed. So surprisingly, a lot of condos near the university do not permit this. Some of them have more strict guidelines, especially when it comes to sleepovers. I want to find a place where my friends and family can stay without really needing to worry about curfew, and they can also go to my place and we can have sleepovers. So, and the third one is natural light. I'm looking for a place that has big and good windows. It really makes a huge difference on my productivity and my well-being. And then the fourth one is with kitchen. So unlike my current unit, I do not have a kitchen, so I didn't really have a place where I can cook. That's why I just cook here on top of this cabinet. In my next place, I'm looking for an apartment where I can cook comfortably. The fifth one is the convenient, meaning it is easy access to grocery, laundry, and transportation. So these are a big factor for me because it can really make or break your living experience. Okay, so the very first few units that I viewed were just a couple of minutes away from my university. So even if I woke up late, I can still go to class and be somewhat on time and attend my classes. So that is one advantage of staying near your university. But cons is that the price is really high and it's very expensive. So that's one part. So the very first apartment that I viewed was the studio unit, and it is 18,000 pesos. It has a big space and then a place where you can actually cook, but the visitors are only allowed until 10 p.m. and then for sleepover, you have to write a letter to the admin. The building has no amenities, so meaning no pool and no gym. And then it also gets little sunlight. I'm not sure if it's just at the time that I visited the unit, but the building itself and then the room is quite dim for my liking. And then it is also completely unfurnished, meaning that I have to purchase the air conditioning unit, the bed frame, and the refrigerator. And for the second apartment that I viewed, it's still walking distance from my university, and I actually viewed 2 rooms in this apartment. So the first room is 17,500 including of association dues, and what I liked about this unit is that it has good lighting. But my main concern is that the place is semi-furnished, meaning I cannot pull out the bunk beds, and ideally I would only want to place in a single bed because the unit itself is already small. So having a bunk bed can make this space more smaller. So yeah. I viewed a second room in this unit. They are the same price. And what I liked about this room is that it has a lot of cabinets. And it is still a bunk bed, but I like the layout of the bunk bed here more because I can actually make the bottom area like a couch and then the top bunk area where I can sleep. And then they also have a pull-out bed at the bottom. Plus, the building itself has really good amenities. They have pools and gym, I believe, and a study area. So the next unit that I viewed is the studio apartment. This one is 17,000 peso for an unfurnished unit. And what I really liked about this is that it's actually quite bigger than the previous unit, and you actually get to put furniture here, like it can fit a bed, even a dining table, and then a study area. and then it also has a balcony plus a really good light coming in. So this one was a really strong contender for me because it's still located within the university area, so I can easily go to classes very easily. But my main concern here is that it is very much unfurnished, so I need to buy air condition for it, refrigerator, and then also a bed frame. So that was just kind of the main thing that is holding me back, is that moving here can be quite expensive since I need to be the one to buy all the furniture. Okay, so here's the thing. After viewing a couple of units, I decided to maybe look elsewhere, maybe a commute away from my university, because apartment that are walking distance is crazy expensive for a literal shoebox size unit. So I decided to keep my options open for apartments that are a commute away. I wanted to still be quite near, so less than 10 minutes of commute. So that is my non-negotiable for this. So here, the very first apartment that I viewed is the studio apartment. This one is 18,000 pesos. So this one is a furnished unit. Cooking is allowed, and then for sleepovers there are no strict regulation, and there are also no curfew for visitors, so that is a good sign. And then it also has good lighting since it faces the southwest window. And I also really like the furniture that comes along with the apartment, especially the couch and the bed. So for the bed, it is a pull-out bed, so I can have guests over or my friends so they can have sleepovers. And then for the couch, I actually loved it a lot. And they also have good amenities like pools and gym. And then the next and last unit that I viewed was the studio unit with a separation, making it seem like a one bedroom unit. This one is 18,000 pesos, and the agent told me that it can be furnished, so I just need to tell them what furniture I would like to be included into the unit. And what I liked about this unit is that it faces southwest window, so it gets a good amount of lighting, and then it also has a balcony. So, but I have a few concerns regarding this unit. One is that it is commute away from my university, roughly about 10 minutes of commute. Second is that this unit is located beyond 40th floor. So that is a bit of a concern for my mom and also for myself because it is a bit high for my liking. But overall, I love the unit. I like the layout of the kitchen. Plus, I liked how it's kind of like a one bedroom, so I can have a separation from my living area and then my bedroom. But yeah, there were just some concerns that I have regarding the location of the unit. And just like other units, it also comes with good amenities like pool, gym, and then a walking area. Okay, so those were the units that I viewed. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and which unit or apartment would you personally like me to choose. But even though by the time that I uploaded this video, I have probably already signed a lease for an apartment. Anyways, okay. With my experience of condo hunting and living alone, some of you have DM'd me before on Instagram on some tips for finding a place, and I thought I would share with you guys some couple of tips that I've learned along the way. So number one, when you're looking for a place, I think it's very important to take into consideration the security, especially if you're living alone. Your well-being should be your utmost priority, so you have to make sure that the place that you are living in is in a safe area, and ideally there is a security personnel within the building so they can monitor who goes in and out. The second one is the location. Now, this is something that your future self will thank you for, because finding an apartment that is accessible from public transportation, groceries, laundry, and third one is know your wants and non-negotiables. So before you even start finding a unit, it is ideal that you know your budget and then list down your non-negotiables. So either get a phone or a notebook and then list down the things that you want to have, and then what are your non-negotiables. And this will just save you a lot of time, especially when you're viewing, because you will automatically filter out the units that are not within your budget. And speaking of the budget, I would also like to talk about your financial capability when you want to start living alone, because living alone is expensive, because usually, at least in my case, they usually require 2 months security deposit and then 1 month advance. So that is already about 3 times your rent, plus you also have to purchase your necessities like utensils, basic appliances, and groceries. So it is also best that you have an emergency fund ready any case something bad happens financially, because you can't really predict it. You have like a backup plan or something that pays your rent. So yeah, and then you also want to be mentally ready, not just financially when moving in, because when you live alone, I know that it can get very exciting at first, but that excitement depletes, and then there will be times or days when you kind of feel alone or lonely. So it's not all bright and sunshine. So you really need to know how to be independent and be alone. Now that we have the basics, I have some questions on where do I find my apartments. So I usually find my apartments or units in FB groups. So I would highly recommend that you go join in FB groups, and you can also search around FB Marketplace. But I would also recommend going around the place that you want to live in and just asking around, because sometimes the unit are not listed on Facebook groups. And then last one is, when you're viewing the actual units, make sure that you have a list of questions prepared, so that way you can ask these questions on your agent. So these are just some examples, but most importantly, I wanted you to ask about if there is any cost beyond your rent, because sometimes the association dues is not included in the rent. So you might want to ask for that and any other hidden fees that might be included. Now, I've been talking a lot, but some of you might be curious on to why I decided to move out. So firstly, I just wanted to say that I love my small and cozy space. I love my journey here and how I was able to make the most out of this very small unit. You know, this place is where I really started to learn how to cook my own meals, how to really be comfortable with my own company. But I just feel like with the space and the building rules, I feel a bit restricted, since this building is like a college dorm type. There were few rules such as no visitors beyond 10 p.m., no sleepovers, and no cooking. So I cannot cook here. And yeah, I feel like I just also kind of outgrew the space. You know, I can no longer fit my clothes in my closet. There's really not much space anymore in my unit. As you guys can see here, it's very packed, and it's time to maybe start looking for a new place. And you know, after a careful deliberation, I have decided that maybe it's time to start a new chapter of my living alone journey and to find a better space. So